Hey everybody, this is Sullivan. I was giving my last review on Naruto Shippuden, episode 460. Alright, Kaguya Osutsuki. We get to see the origins, of Kaguya, even though we never got a direct, act, uh, tale of her origin story in the manga. There was never a spin-off or anything, but now we get to learn. I know this is just filler, and we just got off of filler, and this is just, we just went back to canon. We're just adding to a more filler to it, but I'm gonna review it anyway because I'm a loyalist. I want to watch it, but I don't want to like fall behind. But I know it's just 2 episodes, so when we're done with this, we're gonna go straight back to canon and let's get started. Anyway, I do like the new opening, with that rock theme, everybody drowning in darkness under the infamous Tsukuyomi, Kaguya, the big bad, and Naruto Sasuke are the only hope they have of saving, everybody. It's definitely a very good story. Very good theme. Anyway, let's get started. We get to see that something happens. We get to see that the tree, it did fall from the heavens, but where exactly from the heavens we do not know. It just fell. It's a divine tree. It just came out of nowhere, and then Kaguya herself emerged. Apparently, this is definitely, an origin story for Kaguya. We get to see that she's later taken in by this man named Lord Tenjin, and he's apparently the leader of something called the Land of Sun. This is before this is like hundreds of thousands of years before you know, uh, before the Shinobi system was founded. Thousands, hundreds to thousands of years before that, and this is like an origin story. Anyway, the Lord, he did like Kaguya. He does. He takes her in. At first, but Kaguya, she starts to display some of her powers, not like not the incredible power or that she has, later on in the story, but some of her power that she could like flip a person off like they were a bug, like toss them aside, if they tried to threaten her, I don't know, However, however, he does like her, he does care about her a little bit, drawn to her, how mysterious she is, how beautiful she is, So she's, he's very intrigued, and she is like kind of a, special being. So anyway, things get progress in the story. Apparently they're at odds with some other land called the Land of Kain. The Land of K, like they want to take over. They're trying to use like brute tactics, like saying this territory was originally ours, threatening people, stuff like that. They're trying to use fear and manipulation and to conquer land, but also they want Kaguya for themselves. Um, However, Lord Tenchi he refuses to admit admit this. Yes, but he's like a smart guy. He's not gonna give in to fear. However, with these people, the people of Kai, they keep putting pressure on him, and they even try to do things by force. Or trying to they can't do things sneaky handed. I mean, Lord Tenji he does love Kaguya and he loves his homeland. He doesn't want either of them to fall into the hands of people people who just do things badly. However, things get even more problematic as Kaguya she is confronted literally with the enemy. Yeah, and she shows a very strong display of her power that literally rips people apart and inspires fear. Like the enemies, they don't want her. They literally see her as a threat. And I mean they don't want her. They don't want her so badly because of how powerful she is that she literally turns her own friends against her. The people that supposedly protecting her become her worst enemy because of her bizarre display of powers. She even managed to make a friend, even though Kaguya doesn't talk much. We do see her; she doesn't talk much. She's obviously, she does look human, but there's a part of her, that is shrouded in mystery, And this is just, you know, just an in-depth look into that, Does make a friend, but knowing that her own friends, and that people who did like her turned her backs on her and tried to protect her, but when she showed off her abilities, they come to fear her as a monster, and and things get even more hectic, especially when she shows out even more of her display when she goes to the divine tree and eats the fruit, the divine tree and gains the power of chakra, However, it's definitely very bad, and when you think about it, Now, knowing this is not something you should expect. Heck, I mean, I know that Kaguya's story, was very complicated, but knowing this, you kind of feel a little sorry for her. I mean, she came out of nowhere. She was taken in by people who thought they were weird, but they did, to care for her a little bit, but later to turn their backs on her because of how strong she was. Her power was not relatively good or evil. She was just doing it to protect herself. But because of that, she was treated as an outcast, and shunned aside, nearly killed because of what she was. Even though it wasn't her own fault, she wasn't asked to be born like this. It feels a little sympathetic, and it kind of makes you pity the character a little bit, but not enough to forgive what she's gonna do. Especially when she shows off her display of power, the infinite Tsukuyomi, and what happens at the end. Especially knowing the big secret about the episode. What big secret? Oh, I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to give a massive spoiler to the story. It's best that you watch and see for yourselves. I don't want to spoil too many things for you, but let's just say it involves someone being born, a certain someone, and future and legacy. And this continues into the next episode. And we saw the preview, and I liked it. I'm not gonna give too much away, so I'm just gonna let I'm gonna just let the story continue on forward without me, you know. I don't want to give too much spoiler away, but it's definitely a good story. Even though it's filler, it's a good story. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Come on, subscribe. Thank you. This is Sullivan House, and I give you my review of Naruto Shippuden episode 460. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Come on, subscribe. Thank you.